Welcome to the Random Bites podcast, available on Spreaker.com, iTunes, Google Play, and just added to iHeartRadio. A new podcast every day featuring interviews and a unique take on the world we live in. So sit back, relax, and enjoy Random Bites. Here is your host, Alan Wayne. Alan Wayne here on Random Bites. Good evening, good morning, whenever you are listening. Now, what the hell, or should I say, what the fuck is a dotard? A dotard, or a whatever that, however that is spelled or pronounced. What is it? The reason I ask about that is because in the most recent personal attack from North Korean's leader, who, by the way, looks like a kid that used to kick my ass in Street Fighter 2 at the arcade when I was in high school, Kim-jong-un, he calls President Trump a dotard. Now, is that even how that is pronounced? Dotard. Well, I'm going to find out. I'm going to see how this word is pronounced. I'm going to find out about it, and I'm going to let you guys know what this madman was saying. It was in response to Trump's speech on Tuesday at the United Nations General Assembly, which, by the way, went over like a lead balloon. I mean, John Kelly looked like he was about to have an aneurysm. People in the media were shocked and gasping. Even the leaders of the UN kind of looked at Donald Trump like, what the hell are you? You know, that kind of weird feeling when you look at someone homeless or someone babbling on the side of a road. It's just like, what is this guy all about? Okay. Now, this is what Kim Jong-un said. I am thinking hard about what response he could have expected when he allowed such eccentric words to trip off his tongue. That is what Kim said through the Central News Agency of Korea. And he says, quote, I will surely and definitely tame the mentally deranged U.S. dotard with fire. Is that the same as retard? Let's take a look at what do they call those in English class? What do they call those prefixes and suffixes? Okay, we got the prefix do, and then tard. What is a what is a retard then? What is a tard? Let's look at that. Let's look at that word root here for a second. I know what it means. I know what it means. I know what it's supposed to mean, but I'm talking about English. Okay. All right, now the only thing I can find is in the Wiktionary. Tard means person with mental retardation. It's kind of a short term, but in French, tard means late. So let's say that Kim Jong-un, being, well, educated, he was Western educated, by the way, dotard. So let's take a look at the prefix of do. What does that mean? Do, prefix. Let's have a look. So, if somebody is using the prefix of do, it doesn't even come up. It doesn't even come up on my list. So, what does this word mean exactly? And how is it pronounced? And what was he trying to say? Well, first of all, it is not dotard like I thought it was. It is dotard. Dotard, as pronounced on the dictionary. Dotard. There we go. This is a dictionary on my phone.
Dotard.
You hear that? Dotard.
Dotard.
Although it looks like dotard. The words are spaced. Dotard. But it's pronounced
Dotard.
Okay, dotard. All right, this guy's a dotard. All right. What does it mean? Origin is English. Dot and ard. So the word D-O-T-E and the A-R-D come together to make dotard, I guess you say. And it says late Middle English from dotard. And then it goes, let's see, use of time for dotard was back in the 1800s, and then it's slowly declined. So people don't use dotard really there. So let's see. Okay, so dotard means somebody who is... Let's see. The Merriam-Webster Dictionary defines the term as referring to a state or period of senile decay marked by decline of mental poise. Now, Kim Jong-un had to go way back into the dictionary for that, because people haven't used the word dotard in many, many, many years. Back in the 1800s, it was used. The old dotard, And I think that's the root for something like doddering old fool. Like if somebody... but I always thought that was spelled Dottering, doddering. I didn't think it was the other way. And I thought it was doddering, not deutering, not...
Dotard.
Not dotard. I didn't think it was that.
Dotard.
I just enjoy that.
Dotard.
I'm just going to play that at work tomorrow.
Dotard.
That's just a fun sound to me. Dotard. Dotard. And this is after our beloved president calls Kim-jong-un Rocket Man. Okay? Rocket Man. So we go from Donald Trump calling him Rocket Man, not only in tweets, but to the entire UN Assembly. And we go to Kim Jong-un trying to sound all, sophisticated and whatnot, calling him a...
Dotard.
I love that. I love that sound.
Dotard.
A dotard. Okay, so that's how you say it. Dotard. So if you read the quote, it says, "I will surely and definitely tame the mentally deranged U.S. dotard with fire." And that sounds downright biblical. I mean, you take the word...
Dotard.
And you put it in there. I mean, that's from way back when.
Dotard.
Dotard. I will surely, definitely tame the mentally deranged U.S. dotard with fire. Oh, strong words, man. Tame the mentally deranged U.S. dotard. Now, how concerned should we be with this, though? I mean, North Korea is a small country and rather poor. China just decided they're not going to send money over there anymore. So, how much of a threat really is it for us here in the United States of America? Well, considering that they have missiles, well, they got a punching chance, unfortunately. They got a punching chance. I mean, if they shoot a missile at the right time and one of our missiles doesn't intercept it, well, granted, the United States has the military size and might to turn them into a parking lot, but not before they kill about 10,000 people. I just went on something called Nuke Map, and I saw what would happen if a nuclear weapon hit in downtown Los Angeles. 400,000 people would die. 400,000. It's a lot of people. So, with all this rhetoric going back and forth, one has to wonder, is it going to be anything? Is it going to become anything? Or are they just going to keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth for time and all eternal? I do know one thing. North Korea is in possession of a few of our citizens and even sent one back half dead. They have committed horrible atrocities to their people. Now, is that any of our business? I'm not one to say. But they have messed with our people. And sometimes, some would say maybe as early as the 80s, that would be cause for a bombing raid. But this is a different world. We have to worry about a global economy and everybody's with everybody. So it's a little more delicate. Think about it. If Donald Trump was a crazy nut like a lot of people think he is, wouldn't he have already pressed some damn button? Even though he doesn't really have all the, I guess you could say, the authority to do so. But wouldn't he have pressed the button by now? Wouldn't he have at least tried? Like, wouldn't John Kelly be like, I can imagine that fight in the White House. No, don't touch. No, Mr. Trump, I gotta touch the button. No, you don't. Let go of the button. I can imagine that. Listen here, you...
Dotard.
You cannot... Don't call me a dotard. Although I looked at it and I thought it was Dotard. I will be honest with you. So, in conclusion, is it any wonder people aren't taking these guys seriously? I mean, one leader is calling another leader of a nation Rocket Man. The other one is calling, well, in response, the other leader,
Dotard.
I mean, this is getting kind of out of control. I mean, it's time to fish or cut bait. Are we going to drop a bomb or aren't we? Are we going to go over there or aren't we? Or are we just going to keep talking and using wonderful phrases like
Dotard.
Thank you for listening to the Random Bites podcast. Remember to subscribe on iTunes or Google Play, and remember to look us up on iHeartRadio. Also, become a part of the radio revolution by donating on Patreon, www.patreon.com. Just look for the Random Internet Radio Show. And don't forget, you can hear the Random Internet Radio Show live every Saturday night, only on Spreaker.com. Thank you very much for listening, and until next time, always be random.